I'm sorry for some of the things that have happened the last couple weeks. It's been crazy around here. I was supposed to put out a video last Friday, and I came out and I shot the same exact video. Well, not the same exact video, but tried to do this same series that I just did today. And I think the first day my batteries died almost all at the same time. And the second day that I came out to do the shoot on my little recorder, I have my little Instamic recorder here. I did the very famous hit stop when you mean to hit go and hit go when you mean to hit stop. So when I got to my computer to edit, I got the audio files, and all I heard was a couple of 60-second clips going, ho hum, okay, ready to record, and it stopped. So these are the things with technology. They never do what we want all the time. I'm fortunate that they do what we want some of the time. So I'm hoping that this all works today and that you're actually seeing this. God willing, this will all go out. I also want to apologize for no live stream on Wednesday. I woke up in the morning and the internet at my house wasn't working, and so I restarted the modem and then I left for work. Got to work and the internet wasn't working. We have the same internet provider both at my house and at my office, and so I thought, maybe there's a problem. Pulled up my phone, got on the mobile data, looked up the map, did a little Google search, and found that indeed it was down. That went on for 3 hours and the internet was still down. And so I decided to tweet out to my internet provider asking them what was up. And I also tweeted out an apology that the live stream was not going up because my internet was down. And they responded to that tweet, said, send us your information and we'll look into it. Of course, they got back and they said, we're working on it as hard as we can. We'll let you know as soon as things are back up. And so there was no internet for my 12:30 live stream on Wednesday. There was also no internet at 3 o'clock for our Coming Home Network live stream on Wednesday. And so that was 2 live streams that I missed on Wednesday because there was no internet. There's no way I was going to use the data on my phone for 1, let alone 2 live streams. That just would have killed my data plan on my phone. So I'm sorry for no live stream on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will be starting the book club where we will be reading Catholics and Protestants, What Can We Learn From Each Other by Peter Kraft. There's a link down in the description below where you can purchase it on Amazon. It is an affiliate link, so if you go and you purchase from that link, or if you purchase anything from Amazon through that link, I will get a little bit, and that will help this channel grow. I really much appreciate it if you use that link. What I wanted to talk about last week is what I still want to talk about this week, and that is that the Coming Home Network YouTube channel, we've put out 2 videos last week and this week by Matthew Bunson. He's a senior contributor for EWTN and I'm blanking, whatever their magazine or paper is. But he's a senior contributor. And I got to meet him back in January when I was in DC for the March for Life. We had a great interview with him. He is a lifelong Catholic, but both of his parents are converts. His mother was an Episcopal and his father was Jewish. And they both on their own became Catholic in the 40s. And then they met each other in the late 40s and they got married and then they had a family and he was one of their children. But he talked about in his signpost video that we put out a while ago, he talked about what it was like both for hearing their stories. He talked about their stories and their conversion, but then what it meant for him to be raised by 2 converts. And so we finished that part of the interview. We asked him a few other questions, trying to get some good insights videos from him. And then at the end, I had a question for myself. This wasn't necessarily to be put up online, but I had a question for him. So I asked him, as a convert, and my wife is also a convert, we have 2 young girls. And so I wanted to ask him, as someone that was raised by 2 converts, what was some advice that he had for parents who are converts who are raising Catholics? This is something that I've heard a few times. People would say, you have so much passion for everything that you're learning about the Catholic Church. You have so much excitement about the Catholic Church, and that is why you're becoming Catholic. But you're going to be raising cradle Catholics. And as we know from the last 50, 60 years in America, there have been a lot of issues with cradle Catholics. And there are a large number of Catholics today that would consider themselves Catholic by name, but they don't really go to Mass. They don't like what's going on in the Catholic Church, and they really don't want anything to do with her. So I wanted to know if he had any advice for convert parents. And so we talked for about 5 minutes, and he gave some wonderful advice for parents who are converts who are raising Catholic children. And after that, he talked for a couple more minutes talking to children of converts and advice that he had for them. And so if you go to youtube.com/ComingHomeNetwork, you'll see last week's and this week's video of Matthew Bunson and some of the great advice that he gave to convert parents and their children. Are you a convert and are you a parent? Are you raising children in the Catholic Church? Are you raising children in a church that you did not grow up in? What are some of the experiences that you've had raising children in the Catholic Church? It's been exciting for me to see my 2 girls being raised in the Catholic Church. I love that they are learning the prayers. They're 3 and 5, and they both know the Hail Mary, both in English and in Italian. My 5-year-old daughter came up to us a couple weeks ago, and she said that she wanted to set up a prayer station. She wanted to have a place where she could go and pray. And so she has a little desk in their playroom, and so she cleaned it all off. She put her little children's Bible, she put her rosary, she put a little electric candle, and she just got it all set up for a place that she can go and pray. She has a little Bible coloring book there. And so it reminds me that I need to continually be growing in my own faith. I need to be working on my faith so I can be a good example for my girls as they're growing, so that they will want to grow in their faith, that they will want to learn more about our church, about Jesus, about the relationship that he wants to have with us. And I want to be a good example of that relationship with Jesus. It is such a huge responsibility raising kids, but it is also such a joy. And to have moments like that, it's exciting, those moments where you see your kids get excited about something that you're excited about. It's great to see that they understand, at least at their level, what it means to have faith, what it means to have a relationship with God, and that they want to work on that. And so I just want to share the one nugget from Matthew Bunson's video from last week. If you are a convert and you're raising children, share your story. Share the passion that you had when you became Catholic. Pass that passion on to your own children so that you won't just be raising cradle Catholics in the derogatory sense. You won't be raising children that just go to Mass and go home and don't spend any time out of church thinking about their faith. Talk about your faith all the time. Share the joy and the passion of your faith and your own conversion with your children, so that they can become more on fire for Jesus and for their faith, so that they can grow up wanting to be in a world where God is always with them, where they will want to go to church, where they will want to go to confession, where they will want to go up to receive the Eucharist, where they will be excited for the day when they can go up for their first communion and their first confession. Pass your excitement and your passion on to them, and they will see it. And it will excite them, and they will want to be part of that too. You can watch another video up here. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this video, and that little church bell to get a notification when I put up a new video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next week, and God bless.